Well, today is supposed to be a repair. I've got a Homelite Hedge trimmer here that when I was using last time, froze it up. So now I've got to take it apart, see if I can repair that, figure out what it is that's froze up. I really need to get this thing back in service. So let's take it apart and see if we can find out what's wrong with it. Alright, that's the noise it's making. So there's nothing moving, so therefore something in here is frozen. Or bent, or is preventing it from moving anyway. So let's take this thing apart and see what's going on. Man, that's a lot of screws. They didn't want this thing coming apart. Well, if I get this thing apart, I'll be back. Alright, after finding all those screws that I didn't unscrew, we finally got it apart. I don't see anything obvious. Okay, motor spinning. Must be something in here froze up. So we'll get this thing apart and we'll check it out. Okay. Nothing's sticking out except it's right in there somewhere. We'll investigate a little bit and I'll be back. Wow, that thing is jammed. Okay. These two were jammed and they could not be moved. So now they are moving, but the top one is, this one's very loose. This top one is not, so that's still part of the issue. And I need to figure out what's wrong with it. So when I do, I'll be back. Okay, what I've been able to figure out, these two blades right here, underneath here were jammed. They're free now, and they're moving. So now I'm going to put this part back together and see if they're free enough. If they are, great. We'll just keep going. If not, then we'll try to figure out something else. But boy, were they jammed. They would not move. I had to take a hammer and beat them back in to position. And I mean, didn't have to beat it hard, but lightly tap it back in there, and they submitted pretty well. But by hand, I could not move it. It was that tight. So let me get this back together, and we'll see what happens. Well, we've had some success. Check this out. Okay. So now they're free and they're working. So I'm going to put it back together. Then we'll go out and try to do some shrubbery, and we'll see if I save some money. Well, not bad. It looks a whole lot better. I think it's tighter. Taking it apart was a good thing. So this is it for today. Tomorrow I'll put it all back together, go out and trim some shrubbery with it. Well, we've got it all back together now. Everything's back where it should be. And we gotta put some oil or grease on here Everything seems to be tight enough. So now we'll just put the top back on it and screw her down. Should be good to go. Can't believe how easy this was. Normally things aren't that easy for me. They must have had a dozen or more screws put in here to keep this cover on. I guess they needed them. All right, well we'll get it all back together and then we'll go outside and see how well it does on shrubbery. I'm going to put a little bit of grease on this where they slide back and forth here. Well, now we're going to try this thing out and see how it works. Figure out a place to set up the camera. There we go. There you have it. Works as good as new. So I wish while I had it in there, I wish I'd have sharpened the blades, but I think it'll be okay. Thanks for watching, guys, and give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. That'll really help me out a lot.